Hi, my name is Dan Ruel from the British Council. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Phương, Thảo.
Thank you. In this first part, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about hobbies. What hobbies do you do regularly?
One of my perennial favorites is reading. And my all-time favorite author is Haruki Murakami, who is very famous for his novel, The Norwegian Wood. And I spend a lot of time reading and in my spare time. And I think that reading helps me a lot to my critical thinking, also to my mental development.
Thank you. Let's move to part two. In this part, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand? I'd like you to describe a country that you would like to go to.
One of my perennial favorite country is England, especially London. And I always dream of going to London since I was a little child. And there's a lot of places in London that I would like to visit, like the Big Ben Tower, the Birmingham Palace. And I really want to try the tea, that have a culture in England called tea drinking. And I would like to try it in the future. And I've been to Ireland, which is quite similar to England before. And I think that's the reason why I really want to go to a country where is the heart of both economics and culture of the world. Like in London, in England, I have a lot of things that I would like to do. Like I would go to a stadium and I would bring an umbrella with me because I heard that the weather in London is like a woman mood, like they change constantly, and I would like to try that. Furthermore, I also want to spend a fortnight in London to hopefully experience the city, the beauty of the city and the ancient of that. For me, London is like my dream since a long time ago. And if I was given a chance to go to a broader country, it would be London.
Thank you. Let's move to part three. I'm going to give you some questions related to the topic in part two. Why do you think it's important for young people to travel?
I think it's very important for youngsters today to travel because, there's one saying that goes, the world is a book and who do not travel only reach one page. And I think that's true. Like if you go outside of your surroundings and you explore new things, it will open your mind and your heart, and you will eventually, be more grown, and you will see that the world is bigger and better, and you try to be a better person by everything you see along the way.
Thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, hey, here's our girl.
Oh.
What do you think about your performance?
Like, I got a lot of intriguing questions, and I hope that I done right.
So I think with the practice that you've done, I think your performance is going to be great. All right, so don't worry about it, and let's hear what the examiner has to say about how well you did.
Yes.
All right.
Dan, how did Phương Thảo perform?
She had a really interesting answer, so I was actually quite captivated when she was talking. I thought she did a really good job of adding detail and explaining what she meant. So I was really drawn into what she was saying, which is great. And in terms of her language, I thought her vocabulary and grammar were both quite high level. She's using lots of really less common language. And for example, she said, improve your cognitive development, and that's something you don't hear every day. I thought the things to improve would maybe be her speed. It's a little bit on the slow side, but she's not hesitating. And hesitating means you stop and say, but she's not hesitating very often, so maybe just speeding up a little bit. And about her pronunciation, I thought she could try and connect her words together. We call that connected speech. So for example, she said, I really want to go, instead of I really want to go. That's an example of kind of connecting the words together. So overall, I'd say she's quite a strong candidate.
So what do you think about the examiner's comments?
I think they are really valuable, and I have to practice a lot. There's a lot of things I have to do before taking the real IELTS.
You're a perfectionist, but that's a good mentality to have, right? And that's it, people. Thank you for tuning in to the second installment of our adventure in Da Nang, and we'll see you viewers back at the studio.
And now I'd like to go into the tips for our mass audience. And today we're going to be talking about tips for the listening section. It is about tackling the map labeling as well as the multiple choice questions in the listening section. So have a look at this video.